points at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Coach, the offense is flowing. What will be your message to the team at halftime?
Keep attacking, make the extra pass, get their size out of the lane, hit the open man.
Simple fundamental basketball's worked so far. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too...
Taking a look at New York, they've been one of the bigger disappointments so far in the early goings.
And circling back to the game at hand, guys, the deficit is looming large right now for the Utah Jazz.
And one of the main reasons they're down right now is because of their rebounding problems. They're getting outworked, outclassed, not bringing the intensity, not willing to get their hands dirty. They're playing like wimps.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Well, you have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Mitchell Robinson.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
They've got Martin. Emmanuel quickly out there with Garland. Then there's Peyton Carroll. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group right now for Utah. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Knicks. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. Back to Thompson. Puts up a 3. Cousins pulls it in. And for the Jazz, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Garland kicks to Martin. Back to Garland. Clock at 6 over Paul. Garland, no good. New York shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Here's Paul, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Frank, Chris Paul is undoubtedly one of the smartest players in the NBA.
And that's why he's been able to maintain such a high level of play for so long. As one of his teammates said, he has an IQ that's going to keep him on the floor until he's 50.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Not much more you can say about CP3. Name a better floor leader. There's not one.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Robinson finds Paul. Here's Thompson. Lobbed up there for Robinson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, if I'm a point guard right now, I am finding Robinson every time I have a chance.
Quickly the pass to Cousins. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Robinson with the block. Now Hayward. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Robinson passes to Thompson. That's good from Horford on the assist by Thompson. And that's now 7 points for Horford.
And that's just a good look from Clay as his teammate was open.
And Cousins kicks to Quickly. Cousins with a screen for Garland. Fires the 3. Cousins, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ball against Garland. The shot by Paul, no good. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Cousins. Hayward against Martin. Back to Cousins. Stolen by Robinson. Thompson in the post. He's against Martin. Thompson misses. The Jazz have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Garland. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Hayward dishes the ball. Robinson sets a screen for Paul. Robinson passes to Horford. Buries it from 3-point range. Horford's got 10.
Yeah, teammates love that. When Horford is looking to shoot fast, it makes the offense look dangerous.
Martin with a screen on Paul. Inside, pass to Quickly. Martin with the screen for Quickly. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Quickly against Thompson. It's Robinson, top of the key. He dishes it to Paul. Over Garland. And he overshot that one, missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Cousins, the pass to Quickly. Dishes it to Garland. Robinson with the block. Paul against Quickly. Paul passes to Hayward. Horford tried to free himself up. Hayward can't hit. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And it's Quickly in the corner. Driving to the basket. The shot misses. Hayward with some nice D. Kicks it to Paul. Back to Hayward. The dish now to Thompson. Over Quickly. Rebound, Utah.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Garland with the bucket.
Now, Garland started the game at 6'1", but the way he's playing now, he's got to be feeling 7 feet tall.
Now here's Paul. He's got 9. Hayward outside. Robinson a screen on Martin. Hayward with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. A 3-pointer is right on target. Thompson's got 9 points.
Well, for poster guys, it's usually dunks, but I wouldn't mind a Klay Thompson jump shot poster to look at on a nightly basis.
Cousins with a screen on Thompson. Leaner from distance. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Paul kicks to Thompson. And there's the pass to Hayward. Over Garland. That's good from Horford on the assist by Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists tonight.
And really exemplifies who Hayward is. A team player, someone who enjoys spotting his open teammate.
Banchero dishes to Garland. Outside for Martin. And a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Thompson passes to Paul. Back to Thompson. Over Quickly. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 11.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
High post Cousins. Robinson on him. Will it go? Another miss by Utah. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Martin against Hayward. Thompson outside. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Garland at the elbow. Up and in on the way. Garland's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Garland's able to work around the defense that time. Pretty agile from the small guard.
Outside, Horford. Robinson kicks to Hayward. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Cousins with a screen on Paul. Here's Garland. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Knicks. Pass to Robinson. Down low. Here's Horford. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Given his massive size, it is easy to see why Horford picks up a lot of fouls.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
Free throw drop for Al Horford.
Al Horford has been in the league a long time and has had several stops. He's seen a lot of success, but everywhere he's gone, he's been a productive big man.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Yurtseven's checked in for Cousins. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl comes in for Martin. And Hampton subbed in for Garland. And Al Horford drops them both. Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players. They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Lowry with the ball. 8 points for him. Here's Bogdanovich. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Hampton kicks to Banchero. They set the screen to the paint and stolen by Horford. Here's Bogdanovich, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Bogdanovich knocked around a little bit there, but sticks with his shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
The Knicks making a switch here.
Find the lanes.
McGee's
Find the
checked
lanes.
in.
One shot.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Well, Bogdanovich does those things that go underappreciated on the stat sheet, but much appreciated by the coaching staff. Such a valuable player.
Double by Bogdanovich. Banchero passes to Hampton. Here's Robinson-Earl. There's the pick. McGee with the block.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Brad, one thing you can say about JaVale McGee, wherever he goes, success seems to follow.
Well, for sure. Since 2017, he's won multiple rings. He brings great intensity to the court on both ends, runs the floor and patrols the paint. He's just the kind of big man you want to call on when the team needs it.
Bogdanovich, and there it is for him. Bogdanovich has got 7 points for the quarter. Here's Hampton. 1:21 left in the third. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions Right now, they need a basket.
Over in the corner, Banchero trains the three-pointer. Banchero's got 7.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
The Knicks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Team foul. At the line for the Knicks, JaVale McGee. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Banchero. He's perfect from the line this time. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Hampton kicks to quickly. To the inside. It's Powell on the wing. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Hampton.
And Kyle Lowry, such a bulldog out there at the point guard position, just not afraid to go down inside, mix it up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And when we're talking about guys who just can think the game of basketball while they're playing it, Kyle Lowry is up there with the best. It just shows up in every aspect of his game.
Lamb, he's checked in for the Jazz. Good on both. Utah's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Powell against McGee. And Lamb kicks to quickly. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Robinson Earl. And the Jazz another 3.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And here's Bogdanovich from deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's the New York Knicks able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Harris is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Seth Curry. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Clemens in at the 1. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. Pass to Moutier. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
McGee, the pass to Harris. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And here's Utah. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Moutier looking around. Takes it inside from past the arc. And the Jazz, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Passes it to McGee. Here's Clemens. Harris outside. Over Lamb. No good there. And Utah the other way now. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Now Moutier. And the pass to Robinson Earl. Here's Powell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
The Jazz making a switch here. Yurtsevens checked in.
Dwight Powell, shooting 1.
The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And 2 cities, which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's the sentiment I think most can get behind.
Seth Curry taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. That one misses. The Jazz on offense. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Now here's Moutier. D right on him. Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Great use of the pick and roll there with Moutier effortlessly finding his teammate for a look at the rim.
Outside Curry. Dedmon a screen from 12 feet out. He kicks to McGee. Here's Clemens, defended by Moutier. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Manu Ginobili, recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and you won a couple rings with that guy. Give us some memories you can share about the great Ginobili.
Oh, man. Manu is absolutely one of my favorite teammates of all time, Kevin, and one of the most delightful people that you ever could be around. I just think about the practices and the plane rides and him just joking around, and then something happens. It gets on the floor. It gets into the fourth quarter. It's time to win, and it's basically Manu Ginobili time. So I'm thrilled that he's in the Hall of Fame, and he deserves every bit of it.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Jazz on offense. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Pass to Moutier. Dedmon with the block.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
And stolen by Dedmon. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. With the step back, here's Moutier. Drops in the layup for 2. Moutier's got his first points in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Knicks have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. With the floater, that's tipped. Now here's Hampton. Pass to Moutier. Brent, we've seen star players continue to angle their way onto what some would call super teams. Is that good or bad for the league?
Well, I think at some point that's going to probably play itself out. I mean, every organization, Kevin, quite frankly, is looking for the best talent they can. So if you could pile up 3, 4, 5, you're going to do it. But at some point financially, it just doesn't make sense. So I think there's going to be a time when you're going to see that dissipate a little bit as teams put themselves together.
Shot clock at 6. Curry wide open. New York no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here's Moutier, guarded closely. Passes it to Hampton. There's the pick. Fires from deep. And they'll get another chance. Here's Lamb. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 3rd assist on the night. Curry with it. McGee sets the pick for Curry. Down low. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And he set that dunk up brilliantly with the kickback pass.
Sweet look on the run. These guys can be so dominant when they work together.
The pass to Moutier. Lamb against Harris. And the Jazz another 3.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Clemens. Going inside. Right side Curry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Moutier finds Yurtsevin. Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Outside Curry. Pass to McGee. Here's Clemens to the middle. Here's Dedmon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
Dedmon likes to play physical. He brings it to the game every night.
New York, Dwayne Dedmon. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one for the Jazz. Robinson Earls checked in for Powell. Kenyon Martin Jr. comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Garland in for Emmanuel Moutier. And the second free throw, good. Utah has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Garland looking it over. Kicks it to Hampton. Martin with the screen for Hampton. 5 on the clock. It doesn't go for him. The Knicks go the other way with it.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Bogdanovich inside, covered by Martin. Bogdanovich, no luck.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now, here's Yurtseven. Guarded by Robinson. Yurtseven kicks to Garland. And the Jazz, another three.
Good to see Garland score the ball without dominating.
And here's Lowry. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Hampton. And a couple years ago, the NBA played with a 72-game schedule. Think the NBA will ever shorten the number of games long-term and go back to that number?
I don't know, Kevin, but this idea of the mid-season tournament seems to be gaining more and more traction, and there's a lot more interest in what it would do to the competitiveness of the middle part of the season. And I think we're all for something like that, where something's on the line and we see guys elevated in that element.
Hampton dishes to Garland. And that one is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Now Lowry. Outside Hardaway. Another shot. Dedmon's shot is off. And for the Jazz, their shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Hampton passes to Yurtseven. He dishes it to Garland. There's the three. Another miss by Garland.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Lowry kicks to Bogdanovich. Outside Hardaway. It's stolen by Martin. And now Utah, fast break. Garland leading the charge.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. For the Jazz, Dwight Powell's checked in for Omer Yurtseven. Banchero comes in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. And quickly in for R.J. Hampton. And a switch here also for New York. Horford's checked in. Some nice passing by New York here. Outside Robinson. With social media and the cult celebrity, a lot of pitfalls for players. Brent, is the NBA doing a good job preparing them to face those very public challenges?
That's a really good question, Kevin. And I think what's interesting is to study players who've been in the NBA for a while that are embracing social media versus what you're seeing with younger players who have grown up with social media and how they handle that dynamic coming in. And I think, quite frankly, the younger players are a lot better at doing it than some of the older players.
Here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Robinson.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Robinson against Powell. And here's Garland for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Garland right now really doing a nice job of staying in perpetual motion.
32 seconds left in the game. Here's Robinson, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's his first.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And that one misses.
It didn't take long for a lot of people to take notice just how dominant a defensive player Mitchell Robinson was going to be in this league.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Garland, the pass to hammering it in.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the field.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew,